lesson number 20, your fourth and final challenge and your last lesson in the GoBoe series. Congratulations on making it this far. In this lesson, we're going to learn our final performance song, the Snake Charmer. Now that you know most of your notes and fingerings, you understand the half hole, both of your octave keys, and you know your alternate fingerings, you're ready to play this song. Before we go over the song, let's review the notes and fingerings we're going to use for it. The very first note we're going to use is C. That's also the very first note you learned on the oboe. C is just your first finger in your left hand and your first finger in your right hand. Let's play C. 1, 2, 3. Our next note is D with a half hole. So D is all 6 of our fingers, but I need to slide that top finger down for half hole. Let's play half hole D. 1, 2, 3. Our next fingering is half hole E flat, so I'm going to keep the same fingers I had for D. I'm just going to add my bottom right pinky for E flat. Let's play E flat. 1, 2, 3. The next note I'm going to use is that forked F fingering because I'm going to be coming from E flat a lot. So for forked F, it's similar to E flat, but I'm going to lift up my middle right finger. I need to slide my top finger back up because F is not with the half hole. And then I'm going to pop the first octave key in the back with my left thumb. So let's play that higher forked F fingering. 1, 2, 3. And the last note I'm going to use for this song is high G. High G is 1, 2, 3 fingers down, and I'm going to keep that back octave key down with my left thumb. And there's no fingers down in my right hand. Let's play high G. 1, 2, 3. And those are the 5 notes we're going to use for this piece. Now before we play the song, let's look at the rhythm. Carefully set your oboe down on a table, not on your lap. And let's look at the rhythm for Snake Charmer. Snake Charmer uses 1/8 notes, quarter notes, and 1/2 note at the very end. Let's go ahead and count and clap the rhythm for Snake Charmer. I'm going to set my metronome to 60. And let's count and clap it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 4 and 1, 2, 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Very good. Now, get your oboe. And let's look at just the first 2 measures. In our first measure, we rest for 3 counts, and then we start on that first note C, and then we go to half hole D. In our next measure, we're going to E flat, so we just have to add our right pinky. We're going back to D, so we're just lifted back up, back to C, we play another C, and then back to half hole D. Let's play those first 2 measures nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. And all of those notes use our tongue. Go ahead and practice those first 2 measures on your own before we move on. Great. Now let's look at measure 3. Measure 3 is a little bit trickier because we have more 1/8 notes and we have those curved lines which are called slurs. Remember, when we slur, we start with our tongue, but then all the notes that fall under the curved line, we won't use our tongue on. So the first note in this measure is our E flat with the half hole, and then we need to slur up to the high G. So to go from E flat to G, I'm going to lift all the fingers up in my right hand. I need to slide my top finger back up from half hole, and I need to use my left thumb for that octave key. Let's just try slurring from E flat to high G. 1, 2, 3. Try that again. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Next I have half hole D, and I'm going to slur to E flat. So all I have to do is add my right pinky down. I'm going to tongue my D, but I'm not going to tongue the E flat. So let's go from D to E flat. 1, 2, 3. Very good. My next note is back to C, and then I have E flat, and then I need to go to my forked F. So to go from E flat to forked F, I lift up my right middle finger, I slide my top finger back up because F does not use half hole, and then I need to press my left thumb first octave key in the back. So let's play the end of measure 3. C, E flat, forked F. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Let's try all of measure 3 together. Nice and slow, starting on E flat. 1, 2, 3. Practice measure 3 a lot of times on your own and really get it down before we move on. Great. Let's look at measure 4. Measure 4 starts on our high G, which is 1, 2, 3 with the octave key in the back. Then we're going to play forked F, and we're going to slur down to forked F from that G. So what I'm going to do to go from G to forked F is my left hand is going to stay the same, but I'm going to add my first finger in my right hand, my third finger in my right hand, and that bottom right pinky key. My right middle finger is up. Then I'm going to go to half hole D and then end with half hole E flat. Let's try measure 4. Starting on high G. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now let's look at measure 5. Measure 5 is the same rhythm as measure 4, but now I'm starting on forked F. So I'm playing F, 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 and then I need to slur to that E flat. So to slur from forked F to E flat, I just need to add my right middle finger down. I need to slide my top finger down to half hole, and I'm no longer using the octave key in the back. Then we have C, and we end on half hole D. Let's try measure 5, starting on forked F. 1, 2, 3. Practice measures 4 and 5 together many times until you have them down, and then we'll move on. Great. Let's look at our very last 2 measures. They should look pretty familiar. It's almost the same thing we already played for measures 2 and 3. So if we start on our second to last measure, we're starting on our half hole E flat. Then we lift up our right pinky for half hole D. We go to C, another C, and then back to half hole D. Then our last measure, we're starting on half hole E flat. I need to slur back up to my high G. Don't forget your left thumb for the octave key. Back down to D, and I'm going to slur to E flat, so I just have to add my right pinky. Then I'm ending on that half note C in the very end. Let's try the last two measures together, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Practice those two measures together many times until you have it down, and then we'll try to play the whole song. Great, I think you're ready to try the whole piece. We're going to try to play the whole song from beginning to end at 60 beats per minute. Don't forget which octave key to use, when you have in half whole, and where to use your tongue and where not to use your tongue if you have a slur. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. Great job, and congratulations on finishing your final challenge and your final performance. Congratulations on completing the GoBoe, A Beginner's Guide to Oboe series.